Hi there. Let me introduce myself briefly. My name is Yossi Croitoru. I was born in Israel. When I was 5, we moved to Sydney, Australia, and that's where I grew up until the age of 24 when I came back to live in Israel. So, in terms of languages, I'm actually bilingual. I speak English. English is my mother tongue, and Hebrew is almost at a mother tongue level. I communicate very well in both languages, I believe, and I want to try and answer the questions that you asked, not necessarily in the same order that you asked them, but I think it'll give you an idea about who I am. In terms of my sales background, I've been working in the field of sales for, I would say, close to 40 years. Both in the sense of being a sales professional as well as managing sales teams. And why do I do it? Because I love it. Um, Let me also give you a little bit of background as to why I even started in the field of sales. I used to be a very shy person, and I think it was at about the age of 19 or 20 in Australia that I actually made a conscious decision to learn the profession of sales, because I used to be a very shy person, a very closed person, and I decided to learn the one profession that would force me to become more communicative, that would force me to become a more open person and learn how to communicate with people. That's how it started. And in the beginning, it was tough, but with time, I learned how to relax. I learned how to be professional. I learned the different techniques involved in sales. But I think that the most important technique for me was being me, being honest. I know that people say that to be a good salesperson, you need to be able to lie, but I think that's rubbish. I think that um, you can make sales if you lie, but you don't last for the long term. And I believe in professional sales, which means um, telling people the truth. Obviously, using the techniques that we have as salespeople, learning, showing them that you actually care about them, about the person that you're speaking with, and you're looking for a win-win situation. And that's what I've done for years, and I've been very successful at it. Um, Again, not from the word go. It took some time until I became a sales professional. I want to give you one example of a sale that I made that I was very proud of. There was a period when I was working in a jewelry store here in Israel, and a guy walked in. He was dressed very poorly and looked like he didn't have a cent to his name. And the colleagues that I was working with said to me, "Yossi, you take care of him." And I said, "Sure, no problem." So I started speaking to this guy, and I asked him what he was interested in, what he was looking for, and he said he'd like a nice necklace. And then I showed him literally the most expensive necklace in the store with diamonds. The necklace itself, if I remember correctly, cost around $20,000. And I asked him, "How do you like that?" He said, "Yeah, it's very nice." Um, and then he said to me, "Maybe you have a pair of earrings that match." And then I really showed him the matching pair of earrings, which were also very expensive. They were about $5,000. And I said, "So How do you like these? He said, they're beautiful. I said, great. So the price is $25,000. Um, he took out cash from his pocket and started counting it. You should have seen the faces of my colleagues behind me. They were in shock. Uh, and the guy literally paid me in cash for the necklace and for the earrings. And for me, it was just very simply proving the theory that we don't know what the financial situation is of the person that we're speaking to. We don't know what's expensive for them and what isn't. We shouldn't uh, give up on somebody because of the way that they look, because of the way that they speak. We should offer the best that we can. And that was a lesson that my colleagues learned from me at the time. Now, one of the things that I also love very much is teaching. I have managed many sales teams, and to this day, I actually have people who thank me for helping them become sales professionals. I have a lot of patience, I have a lot of determination, and I have a good eye for talent. For me, it doesn't really matter so much if a person is what's called a seasoned sales professional or a newcomer. I very quickly I am able to see people who have what I call fire in their eyes, people who really want to succeed in this profession. And one of the things that I love is to actually find these kinds of people, to teach them, to promote them, and to help them move forward in their lives. One of the questions that you asked was about efficiency. Now, for better or for worse, um, I'm a very efficient person, very well organized. And I think that's one of the things that you need to be in order to succeed in sales, because it's not good enough just to tell somebody that, okay, I'm going to get back to you. You need to tell them the day, the time, and you need to stick to your word. And you need to be organized and set up your calendar in the right way to make sure that you're going to get to that person as you promised. And if by any chance that you don't manage to get through to them, it's also very important just to send a message saying, I apologize, I'm stuck on another call, or I'm stuck in a meeting. I haven't forgotten you. I'm going to get back to you. And then make sure you get back to that person. So you have to be persistent, you have to be well organized, and I believe that I have all of these traits. So one of the questions that you also asked was, how did I overcome a difficult situation? Now, sales is not only selling; it's also part of sales is customer care. And I know that I had a number of situations where somebody that I had sold a service to was dissatisfied with the service, um, and expressed it to me in a pretty unpleasant fashion. But the thing is that I didn't take it personally. I didn't get upset with that individual. What I promised and what I did was that I'd look into the issue and see how I can rectify it. And that's exactly what I did. And I did discover that our company had, in that particular situation, done something that was inappropriate and unacceptable. And I managed to persuade my manager that we needed to make a change. And once I did that, I got back to the customer, apologized. I'm not afraid to apologize when I make a mistake, or when the company that I work in makes a mistake, and suggest a solution. And that's what I did. and I managed to save a big sale in that particular case by taking all of these steps. The bottom line is that with me, after uh, 40 years of experience in the sales professional, I'm still passionate about it. I still love it. It's what I love to do, what I want to do. And the position that I understand that you're offering, which begins with sales and at a certain stage may turn into building a team, that's something that sounds very attractive. Obviously, I want to hear more and I want to know more. But for me, it's a good start. And I hope that I've interested you enough and that I hear from you. Thank you very much. Hoping to hear from you soon.